Good afternoon. I am Andrea Chisholm with the Midday News. Special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. A reminder as well that you can download our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the words Spot and Media. On the heels of Monday's quadruple killing in Mount Carmel, Hanover, another community in the parish was rocked by a deadly attack by gunmen yesterday evening. 71-year-old butcher Joel Malcolm was shot dead, and 63-year-old pensioner Hereford Johnson was injured at their home in Malcolm Heights, Lucy, sometime after 7. It's reported that they were watching television when explosions were heard outside the house. Gunmen then kicked open a back door, firing several shots, hitting Miss Johnson and Mr. Malcolm. The 2-bedroom house was then set ablaze. Mr. Malcolm's son was reportedly killed 2 weeks ago in his shop in Lucy. With the government intensifying efforts to pass the special anti-crime legislation by the end of this month, members of the legal and human rights communities are pointing to limitations in the Special Zones of Special Operations Bill. They want those limitations to be addressed before it becomes law. President of the Jamaican Bar Association, Jacqueline Cummings, says there has not been enough consultation with the legal community, and this could lead to problems in the implementation of the law.
Yes, as we always pass laws, regulations comes later. But when are we going to get the regulations? And before they pass a law, let them go around and teach the members of the prosecution team, the police force, and the attorneys what it is that their aim is, that when the law is passed, we all know what it is it's all about.
Under the proposed legislation, the Prime Minister, on the advice of the National Security Council, can declare any high-crime area as a zone for special security operations. Ms. Cummings adds that the law as proposed is similar to the Suppression of Crimes Act passed years ago, which was subject to abuse by some members of the security forces until it was repealed.
What we don't want is to revisit that same act with even more powers in the police, and we're back to square one where we were back in the early 80s. Citizens' rights must be paramount in the government's eyes. Yes, I understand we're in a crisis, but we have to be able to manage that crisis without infringing the rights of our citizenry, because our citizenry are the ones who we are supposed to protect.
And the human rights community is hinting at confusion for the security forces if the Zones of Special Operations Bill is passed in its current form. Human rights advocate Susan Goff says the specific powers for the security forces in designated zones need to be clear, as well as the period in which the powers would exist. Speaking yesterday on RGR's Beyond the Headlines, Mrs. Goff pointed out that there were potential problems and limitations.
Because there will be certain designated geographical areas which will fall under the provisions of this bill for a period of time. The rest of the time, they will function under the existing law. And outside of those zones, the existing law will prevail. So there is the potential here for confusion among the members of the security forces operating within a zoned area, a designated area, outside of a designated area. So this is one of the things that I think has to be done prior to the passage of this act.
Patrick Powell is to take the witness stand at his trial today. He's being tried in the St. Andrew Parish Court for failing to hand over his licensed firearm to the authorities during the investigations into the 2011 shooting of 17-year-old Kajil Mays. Yesterday, Judge Vaughan Smith rejected an application by Mr. Powell's attorneys for the case to be dismissed, arguing that Mr. Powell has a case to answer. Powell was freed of Kajil's murder last year. The Porus High student accused of the murder of his schoolmate is scheduled to appear in court today for a bail hearing. The 16-year-old was charged last week with a fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Renaldo Dixon. Renaldo was killed during an altercation on the school compound on June 7. Details have emerged on the shortage of police personnel in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The 2016 Economic and Social Survey shows the force was 20% below its establishment. There were 14,091 posts in the JCF. However, it ended 2016 with 11,233 police personnel. The shortage was evident at the rank and file level. The police force has positions for 8,903 constables, but as at December 31, it had 6,396 members at that rank. During the year, 643 persons enlisted in the JCF, while 549 persons left. This was mainly due to resignation, retirement, and death. The business sector of Montego Bay St. James has donated bedding and office supplies to the Barnett Street Police Station, which has been in disrepair for some time. Second Vice President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, Brian Brown, says the business community wanted to provide suitable living conditions for the police, some of whom live at the station.
Rush Marketing donated 3 fans and a television set because when the officers are on downtime, we think they should really be on downtime and be able to relax. Paint Plus donated several gallons of paint, stationery and office supplies, donated 3 lockers because we needed to really improve that storage facility in the barracks. And Beauty Queen donated 6 mattresses because the ones that we saw were really not in a state that was really fit for sleeping on.
We are very grateful for these donations, and this is just to show that the Chamber of Commerce, the business community in and around Montego Bay are on board to assist the police in any way that they can, and what they have done for us today is immeasurable, and I say wholeheartedly thank you all.
The police in Highgate St. Mary are asking persons to come to the station to identify items which may have been stolen from them. The police recovered the items following reports of burglary and larceny on April 22.
And this investigation led us to an abandoned building. The police proceeded to that location, and one man was observed jumping through a window. A subsequent search was conducted of the premises, and the police actually recovered items of cell phones, rings, laptop computers, chains, earphones, among other things.
A public passenger vehicle, a coaster bus, caught fire yesterday afternoon on Malines Road, St. Andrew. The driver of the bus, Seymour Reed, said between 2 and 3 p.m. he was traveling from Portmore to fix the bus's water pump when he saw smoke coming from a section of the bus.
So go outside now and bend down and look and see a portion of smoke develop, and then I tried to get some sun and all them things, but all that couldn't work. My health couldn't work, and I get some assistance from next door, and then began to help me. So therefore, the fire get away.
Mr. Reed said he was assisted by 2 men with fire extinguishers, but the damage was far gone. The bus, which operates from Water Meadows to downtown Kingston, had no passengers on board. The owner of the bus said it's a big loss for him. An explanation has been given for the low water pressure which hampered firefighters who battled Monday night's blaze which destroyed the Redemption Arcade in downtown Kingston. The National Water Commission (NWC) has linked the damage to the Yalas pipeline. When our news team arrived shortly after the fire started, several vendors complained that some of their goods could have been saved if firefighters had access to an adequate supply of water. NWC Corporate Public Relations Manager Charles Buchanan disclosed that the Yalas pipeline was damaged during the last month's heavy rains.
9-mile-long infrastructure that takes water from the Yalas and Negro rivers into the Mona Reservoir, from which we then treat water either at the Mona water treatment plant or in some instances pump water over to the Hope filter plant for treatment and distribution to our customers. So what has happened is that because of the Yalas pipeline being out of operation, we have been having a situation where the pressure during the night has been controlled so as to limit the rate of decline.
And while speaking on RGR's Beyond the Headlines yesterday, Mr. Buchanan outlined how the NWC responded to Monday night's emergency at the Redemption Arcade.
Our Vice President for Operations actually received a call sometime perhaps after midnight in the first instance from the fire service requesting any assistance in increasing the pressure in the vicinity of the fire. He gave immediate instructions to the night crew to take steps to increase the pressure in the area, and that was done somewhere around 1 o'clock in the night.
The Latin American and Caribbean group yesterday opened its chemical weapon convention in Montego Bay. The convention will focus on chemical warfare and ways the region can prepare for the threat. According to Chief Medical Officer Dr. Winston Delahaye, there needs to be a constant state of preparedness within the health sector.
The magnitude of the possible effects on civilian populations of their use or threatened use obliges governments both to seek to prevent such use and to prepare response plans, which can and should be developed as an integral part of existing national emergency and public health plans. The threat of the release of chemical weapons remains a public health risk that requires a state of readiness within the sector.
He says the threat of chemical weaponry is ever present.
We must therefore take the necessary steps to enforce that prohibition in respect of persons within our jurisdiction, and note that one of our most important obligations under the Convention is the destruction of chemical weapons.
And in sports, Dr. Warren Blair says the Jamaica Olympic Association had no compelling reason to review its selection policy for the National Senior Championships despite controversy over team selection last year.
Former national discus record holder Jason Morgan could not find a place on Jamaica's Olympic team last year, despite meeting the qualifying standard after finishing outside the top 3 at the national championships. However, long jumper Aubrey Smith, who also finished outside the top 3 in his event, was given a place on the team after earlier attaining the qualifying standard. Despite this, Dr. Blake doesn't believe that anything needs to change in the country's selection criteria, which states that only athletes finishing in the top 3 of their event or those who have a wildcard entry will automatically qualify for the championships, barring a medical exemption.
The selection policy does not speak of automatically going to the games if you are qualified. It speaks of earning your place in the games based on your finishing. And we were taken to CAS over that event, and CAS sided with the J Trades, and it says it will not interfere with the right of any federation to choose their representatives.
Officials were also put under a microscope for decisions made at last year's championships, and chairman of the organizing committee, Ludlow Watts, addressed that concern.
There was one aspect that things did not work as should have been, but that's the only instance in the history, in modern history then, that we ever had any such situation that could be considered not clean and clinical.
And when asked whether the officiating, specifically with regards to the issuance of false starts, will be different this year, Watts would only offer this response.
The officiating, as far as that area is concerned, will be clean and clinical.
The National Senior Championships will run from June 22 to 25 at the National Stadium, with live coverage on TVJ, TVJSN and OneSpotMedia.com, and extensive radio coverage on Hits 92 FM. Jordan Fort, TVJ Sports.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Remember to join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.
This is a stepping razor, the art of war. I want to give thanks another Thursday. Okay, so we played a song a while ago where a Trini and a Bajan, and we played for a reason. Take your meat out of my rice. Long time. Before most of you were listening to the band, a tune about the place. What you hear me say now? If you never listen to it, the G side is that a Trinidadian and a Bajan make up for cook. Now the Bajan put the meat, the Trini put the meat and the Bajan put the rice. So them put it all in one pot with the meat in the rice. When the food done cook, the Bajan say, hey Trini, you have a 12-cent meat bone there, you know. You take your meat out of my rice. So the Bajan have I said, where am I deal with? I mean, him say, look here, man. You give me a 10-cent meat bone. I said, take the meat out of my rice. And the Bajan, the Trinidad, they murmur. The Bajan said, look here, you give me a 8-cent meat bone, take your meat out of my rice. Now everybody know that if you cook the meat in the rice, maybe you can't do it without the meat, no, I just eat the rice because all of the gravy in the rice. A generalship. After me put my meat in your rice, you come tell me now to take the meat out of your rice. So me must just eat the pure meat, the dry meat, and you get my gravy with the rice. Jamaican people, you say politician and uno is a generalship business a go on with the meat and the rice. The two are alright with the election thing, and then after a while you realize them I say, watch out, take your meat out of my rice. But even me I say no, brethren and sisters. I go to New York and come back, and the first thing I look on a newspaper, I see it mark 52 people murdered in space of 1 week. A 1 week me live here, you know. 52 people dead, murdered. One of four, a family of 4. Me feel it. But then now, me a gang through some paper, me say, where Sleepy, a.k.a. Bobby Montague, a.k.a. Minister of Security, a.k.a. Me I say, Bobby Montague say, no, like, this is the gist. People know what on yourself, man. A criminal, a killer, a criminal. Wow. Okay. Criminal, a killer, a criminal. So, when the last criminal stand, after the criminal them don't kill the criminal them and the criminal kill the next criminal, or one criminal go left, you know. So the police can kill the criminal there, and then we will have no more murder in Jamaica. The problem with it is not just gunman a kill a murder people, but man a chop up him wife too. Man a kill him wife and a bury her, burn up him wife and all them something. Now somebody with about the place we not find it, and it sound gross on the radio, you know, but it's the reality. The reality is this. We hear another man, and this one lick the whole of them for 6. I don't remember if it must a JLP man. It's a JLP man say they must use the extortionists them to collect money from the people them who now pay them thing out of the It's a JLP man. One politician say that they must pay the. Oh, you know about it. I want it. They know me in New York, I hear about it. The politicians say, and it's the biggest thing, the politicians say that to collect the money from the people in Spanish town, we're supposed to pay the government. The politicians say they must pay, they must go to the scammer, go to the extortionists them and ask them how much money them get when them scam. And the government must pay them the money there to collect the money for the government. That sound like a same thing. Them things they happen in a drug place though, you know, drug house where the FBI or the CIA, the FBI will go to cause the FBI and CIA will sell coke to people to, you know, just to catch. Call them trick bujo. You understand? Don't trick him and make him go in that place and set up a man with him on the plane, and you know, which the man I work for them, you know. The politician say, I'm gonna find, you can't find out the name of the politician for me, mama. Find out the name of that politician there for me. We say that the Jamaican government must go to the extortionists them and ask them how much money them get to extort the people them and pay them that money, and then them can collect the money. Them can collect the money for the people them. You know the name of the politician who said the government must work alongside with the extortionists them out of Spanish town? Nobody know hear that news say. I want to make it sound like say may I make up things. What weird? Nobody know hear about that, Rasta. Don't make me start doubt myself. No, really. Don't make me start doubt myself, Rasta. Nobody in that never hear where the politicians say they must go. No, sir. Me play a tune because never feel insecure at all. Believe it or me. I feel insecure. Let me find that tune quick. Let me find a secret slack tune. Slack tune me I play. Alright, I've been exonerated by the newspaper. It's okay, come here alone and read newspaper at this place. I don't believe you over here. Alright. Here the newspaper say. It's a long time news, you know. You see it? When I make me use long time news now. Because me never there. You understand? Me never there. So me I try catch up back on the long time news them. Here it is, you know. Jamaica Labour Party GLP councillor John Myers has suggested Kittle and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation use the collection skills of extortionists to make markets profitable. Vernon McLeod told the Finance Committee meeting at the KSAMC on May the 31st that something had to be done to turn the monthly market deficit of 3.5 million around. He said that a cashless system was being examined as one of the ways to address the fee collection problem. It is estimated that 17 million in market fees is owed to the KSAMC and that most of it may have to be written off as uncollectible. The Finance Committee chairman has instructed Gary Robotham, the manager of commercial services, to provide a schedule of the arrears. Robotham has also been instructed to do the aging of receipts to determine the portion of the outstanding fees that would be collectible. Myers, who shops in the market district, said that he has observed the situation and that the KSAMC should meet with extortionists and ask them how much money they get. The KSAMC would then pay the extortionists that amount and use them to officially collect market fees from the vendors. He said this was done in New York and it worked. Myers must know why them do it in New York, but you know, no, this is serious, you know, that's serious thing. This is a politician that suggests, say the legitimate government of Jamaica must side with some extortionists to collect money from the legitimate citizens of Jamaica, pay them the money, like you go to the man and say, so tell me something, how much you usually get per week? And the man say, boy, right, and you know, to them now, I'm going to tell them $10, you know. Them going to say, right now, pan a average $1,000. And I'm saying, each. And I tell you, no. Tell away. So, they're going to collect money now from the people them. So, it's an extortion, it's a deal with, you know. They're going to collect money from the people them to give the government. Really. An extortion is going to collect money from the people them to give the government. And them know they're going to get paid from the government already. They're going to continue. If you say, boy, right now you want to collect a certain portion, where you going to do? Give him a receipt book? It's not serious. No, it's crazy. It's crazy thing. It's a crazy thing I go on in Jamaica. And desperation, the people them, the politicians them reaching out. Desperation. So here me I suggest now, on behalf of the people of Jamaica, and on behalf of JPS, Jamaica Public Service, I think, and I'm so sorry that that lady is leaving the country, because she just said that 1 million, here I suggest. I think, and I'm so sorry that that lady is leaving the country, because she just said that 1 million, here I suggest. JPS, you should work alongside with the extortionists to go into the communities them that is thieving light, to make sure that them pay light bill that JPS can pay or no. So you know a double job that you don't have, you know. You don't have the government job. We're going to pay for collect money in a Montego, in a Ochi. Sorry, in a Spanish Town. On have JPS. We're going to give them the money now to make the people them pay them light bill. Can we go further? We can extend it, you know. We can extend it to the scammer them. We can say now the government must work alongside with the scammer them to really tap into National Commercial Bank and Scotia Bank and find out Why are they extorting the people? And then you can't get the money from, and then you owe of the people them gang war. You can go further too if you want to. You can go further. You can find out all the murderers them who are murder people, who know the other murderer, because every murderer know the next murderer. So you can't call the murderer them and say, watch you know. How much money you usually get to kill a man? Me I go give you the same amount of money if you tell me who the murderer in your community is. I'm mad, them people are mad, Rasta. Totally madness. I'm madness. JPS are the only people that think should have work with scammer. Allah me I tell me, don't think nobody should have work with scammer. Scammer, when you don't work with none of them people, them a thief, though. Them scammer, though. Scammer. The scammer them in a Spanish town. When you do not work with the government, them a scammer, no. Them head start for the money on it, them $100,000. Them go and say, well, you want to see, all right, I'm going to write your check. And then 2 months time down the line, you can't get your money. You don't work with don't make me become suggested to no brethren. Mr. Myers, what kind of madness that? It's mad, you know, mad, it's crazy, you know, crazy. The Minister of National Security will say, boy, it's of course, it's them a murder, one another, criminal and murder criminal. But guess what? You have something named collateral damage. And as far as me, you know, the collateral damage is more than the murder of the criminal who are murder the criminal. May I tell you that? You can't tell me that the 50 odd people were dead last week. The 50 of them are criminal. And me bet you any money, say more than 60-70% of that is not criminal. But when a man go, he's who stand up in the way. It's like when the man them stand up at the place and play domino. You know much time them go for one man and shot all the other man, the man where them go for shot, get to it. And what kind of country we are living in, Rasta? I feel like I want to live in Syria, you know. Or Iraq. Or an earthquake prone area in the world. You know what I mean? Because a madness. Them get desperate, Rasta. Them desperate. The people them get desperate. Them don't know how to solve the crime. One man ball out. You're the madness now. Bunting slow. No, I tell them people are not easy. You know. Appease Bunting. You see the two of them are try appease you know. Bunting appease we. No, Bunting appease you. Bunting I show you how the thing get dread now. Here Bunting now. Oh, no, hear them things there. Bunting say, as a matter of fact, you know, one of his friends in Cherry Garden just got murdered. So you know what we must say now? Oh, yes, boy, them reach Cherry Garden. All right, we're going to see something like that, you know. A madness. One of your friends get murdered in a Cherry Garden, and you tell the whole Jamaica that, like, say, well, we must do now. We must do now. Get more nervous. Him why you get more nervous, you know. And the one with him name, Sleepy, why you get more conscious of, well, right now, nobody now will kill you because you're not criminal. I'm just criminal, I'm criminal. And when them get them, click the button. Yes. Sir. I want when Mr. Myers find out about the situation in a New York where I mentioned. When him say, it is done in New York and it work. I want to know if Mr. Myers know of a situation where America, go to the criminal and ask him, so tell me something, how much money you get for murder that man over there, so? I go and pay you the money for tell me the man who set up the next man for murder the next man. I don't understand these people. You watch too much movie, Rasta. Like me, yeah. You are informed by movies. Law and Order. That is not good. And that is not good that Mr. Bobby Montague, a.k.a. Sleepy, should declare that it's criminal a killer of criminal. So why? He might try to appease the people of Jamaica to make you feel more comfortable in yourself. So criminal now go kill you, you know. A criminal a killer of criminal. Well, I want him know. Go and go tell the family of the little youth where they murder in them. even if them man did involve in a whatsoever them say them involved in a, and the gunman come for them. But nowadays when the gunman come for one man, him now left the others who in the house. And it's whole heap of that go on. So why we must feel easy? We must feel easy now because them can't find a situation. The situation, I'm going to repeat it again and again and again. You know. You see them talk about poverty. Haiti have more poverty going in Haiti than Jamaica, and them not killing off one another like how them kill us. So to me, it do have nothing to do with poverty. Me no about for the next man, that man gonna think I say what Muta say. It's not because the man them impoverished why them doing these murders. It do have nothing to do with murders. It do have nothing to do with poverty. Because if we should argument, we can look on all the countries them that is more impoverished than Jamaica and look on them and see if them have the same criminal activities that go on, murder rate. On an average, right now on an average, if you check Iraq, which is under war, and you check Jamaica, maybe the statistics will show you say why Iraq have enough people and enough war and ISIL, but Jamaica on an average, I mean 52 people dead in a 1 week, Rasta. And here what? Them just murder over the news thing there, the virgin WhatsApp me. But me don't like talk about it, you know, because it sounds so gross, but you have to really wonder where these people are there. Man, I get new fire engine, and when fire come, no water, no there. The fire, you never hear about that one there? Yeah. What on there? Now, open it up, make it sound like a me one hear about them thing. Man, you don't hear about it. Eh? Fire blaze down the place, redemption ground. And people call the fire brigade. And the man them come down and sit down. And look at girls too. Well, darling. And people are take out the things them out there, you know. People are teeth the things them, you know. The man them have no water. So you get brand new fire brigade, you know. Look how much rain a fall. In the abundance of water, people place burn down. Look how much rain a fall, Rasta, and the fire brigade can't find water for out the fire them to save the people them things. After the people them have pay rent for the place, all of them things burn up. So what you want for them pick them for the now. And school have come up here now. Pass exam, you have to go high school, you have to spend more money. You don't have no water, and you talk about, well, we spending how much $1 billion for new fire brigade. Police car, they might come buy some second-hand car. But guess what now? Anytime the man turn off him siren, turn on him siren and a pass, you look in there, there's a girl in there, and a police woman in there. And him and him girl in there, but she have to reach her work early. Him turn on the siren, because she tell him say him late, you know. Him get up too late, out of bed. So him after turn on him siren that him can pass little me and son up on the road. Well, me I tell you, corruption is high. I want to be corrupted. Click it. Yes, we're there with you again. We just I figure out this thing where the man named Myers, what the Myers say. And me I look on all the implications of it. The implications is that where do you bring the extortionists into the mainstream of legitimacy? So all the youth them who they are university, you know, if you no can't get no work, when you leave school, or all you have to do is go over Spanish Town. Government might be giving away jobs up there soon. Because you never can tell, you know, them could all think about it too, you know. Them could all think about it. They might have said, boy, the thing get away, you know, we really have to go listen to him, I say, and figure out a way how to bring the extortionists them into the mainstream and the government. You know, see it. And me don't know, they got area. Because me don't know. Me have seen say, is that I could go over there. Eh? If me hear them say, get the go ahead. Me I go over there. As a matter of fact, me could go over there tomorrow because without that. You know, you see Desmond Mackenzie, me like him, you know. Me like Desmond Mackenzie, you know. Desmond Mackenzie, what me like about him. Me listen to him radio program, they play some, you know. Because people usually say, boy, like Desmond Mackenzie, you know. Desmond Mackenzie, what me like about him too, me listen to him radio program, they play some, you know. Because people usually say, boy, black man don't know nothing aesthetically look good. And that the black man there know how things will look. You know, see, so me like him. So when me hear him on the television and talk about the truck, them need truck, you know. Them really need the truck. Yeah, them really need the truck. But guess what? Mr. Mackenzie, when you get the new truck, them you have to get water running in at the fire hydrant them. And you have to have the truck. I seen that happened to me already, you know. I'm a light fire behind my house, you know, and it a run come down the hill, you know. And me call the fire brigade, you know. And when the fire brigade come, the man said, boy, you want to see where we are come from, never have no water, we have to go where them call it Lawrence Tavern. We have to go up at Lawrence Tavern. Them say, Bridget, no, we never go up the front before you stop here, so. Before you stop here, so. And the fire come down, you want to see with our little hose, you know, little yard hose them. And the fire blaze come down from your house, you know, and fire. And it gone over the nether man yard next door, you know. And the whole of you try to get longer hose. The little full hose them, you know. The man say, well, you want to see, we have to go up Lawrence Tavern for some water. I say, okay, I'm mad, this, that. So, you can't have fire brigade if you don't have water into the fire brigade. So, we don't need to correct the water situation. GPS, I don't know how the hell you're going to collect money from how much people want to say owe money. 200,000 householders owe GPS light bill. And them estimate say if it's 200,000 people, that means it's at least 1 million people, because when you have children and all them things, the children are pay light bill. It's just that the family who are use the light, the fridge, it come up to 1 million. That is 1/3. That is more than 1/3 of Jamaica population. Not. I wish part of them people are there. Me want to go where they go live. No, me want to go to them place to go live, Rasta. You can just imagine you are living now paying a light bill. Wow. That's so beautiful, because that drag out, that nyam out most of your money where you get for paying a light bill. And you have to try to figure out if you must turn on your fridge at a certain hour and turn it off, if you must watch TV all day, or you can just watch it when you come from work, and you want to watch the TV, you know. And you have to remember, say, when you go outside, you must unplug this and don't make the iron. Remember to plug out back the iron and that. No, Rasta. No. Former New York Police Department Commissioner Raymond Kelly is recommending a radical shift in resources to effectively address crime problems in Jamaica. This is the former New York Police Department. I want Mr. Myers go ask him. Mr. Myers go ask this former police department person about connecting with extortionists for help solve, for make the government collect more money. Speaking this morning at the multilateral summit on combating crime in an interconnected world, he stated that this information was garnered from a crime plan adopted by his department in New York. He explained that crime fighting should be intelligence driven and the necessary resources are needed to gather information. Mr. Kelly says once intelligence is asserted, it should be applied to the different parishes according to the crime problems faced. No. There was a time when you go to New York and you're afraid, no, right, you know, if you walk on the street later night, you know, Rasta. 10 million people there in New York, you know. And you did afraid, but guess what? The man them bring down the crime rate for a level you know where the Lancet Street, because I'm not afraid. One time I drive down the Lancet Street and get me last under the where the ball Borough, William Borough Bridge or whatsoever. And when me look, me not see not even ratter pass me, you know. And me I say, Muta, where you do long you saw? You know, see, I'm New York there, you know. No, you don't feel no way. The other day, me I drive and sister try looking at her phone. And she stopped the car right under one main bridge. And when me look around, it look like something in a movie where you see a man just come out and eat you. Yeah, that's right. No. Hear the answer now, where we give, not we. The government of Jamaica give this man, you know. Hear the answer where I'm giving. Alright, we'll come back to the answer. Listen up, the special part draw is up next. This is the Stepping Razor. the art of war. So we are forced to read where the former, all right, the former New York Police Department commissioner, a place where they have one of the biggest crime rate, Raymond Kelly. And this is what Raymond Kelly is recommended to the Jamaican government. A radical shift in resources. You know what resources mean? Money. And that's what I talk about. To effectively address crime problems in Jamaica. Speaking this morning at the multilateral summit on combating crime in an interconnected world, he stated that this information was garnered from a crime plan adopted by his department in New York. Not extortionists. He explained that crime fighting should be intelligence driven and the necessary resources are needed to gather information. Mr. Kelly says once intelligence is ascertained, it should be applied to the different parishes according to the crime based. That is where a commissioner of police who did in some serious murder, crime problems in a film-owned little area say, hear what the Prime Minister said now. Are you ready to hear what the Prime Minister said? Prime Minister Andrew Olney states that let alone to make my high blood pressure raise. Hey, you have any blood pressure thing here where I can taste my blood pressure? Because this is an answer, you know. God, my blood pressure, you know. I have to just go and play music the rest of the day, you know. I have to start chant. Forget about my blood pressure because the Prime Minister of Jamaica say, film answer to this man here, Mr. Kelly, him say, if more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. Mr. Prime Minister, allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. Mr. Prime Minister, what is more detrimental now to the stability of the Jamaican society than the criminality we are going on in Jamaica? Even if you have to take money from another sector, you think the Jamaican people, if the resources that is relating to what you're talking about now, in terms of intelligence, according to what the man said, you think the Jamaican people are going to ball out if you draw money from whatsoever, and put it to fight crime, and when them look, them say, crime rate go down. Which person at Jamaica, can you please tell me, honorable, most honorable Saint Andrew of the Holy One, can you tell me which Jamaican line because say, boy, you want to see them take money from over here to know if you go fight crime. The only way them going to cause is if the crime rate don't go down. But the man here so is suggesting that. Mr. Olney says, in a tight physical environment, allocating additional funds can prove difficult. Them don't want crime stop. This statement alone come like them don't want crime stop. Them don't want crime stop. Tight physical environment, allocated additional funds can prove difficult. All right. So the man suggests something, and you say it can't work that way there. So now tell we, because me hear from last year, me hear Sleepy talk about what is going to be put in place and what is that going to put in place. I want them to drop a sleep with the mouth, because the mouth supposed to make him. Me say the next morning when I get up now here and say, yes boy, crime. Brethren, you have a gun? Show me a gun. Fire two shot up in the air and I feel away. Like ganja. Me I say, the man come on the television and me talk to my brethren there, with name, pan live at 7 there, cross kill. And me I say, rotted, yes, boy, the man, them have a thing going on now, this is what going to happen, this is what. 2 months after me come on the TV again and talk and I say, this is what we're going to have, camera, CC camera, this and camera, and just in camera. Up to now, when you're not no camera, the man, they must have the camera or something else with it. You understand? And now the Prime Minister say, me not see nothing, me not say what you say about, we can't afford to take money. We can't afford for a lot no money, no more money to crime. Because we're in a tight belt as now. Here where them want to go to some of them domestic helper there. Here how some poor people do it now. Them send them picnic for go get the exam, you know. And them can't afford certain things, you know. But them want better for them picnic. Alright, so them did pay like $4,000 a term for them picnic. And the book wasn't like minimal. Now them picnic pass exam. So you have increased budgets now for go work with now. You think say any poor people picnic, whether them are Shamara or whether them are whatsoever, here so them picnic pass exam and now go find the money for make sure so them picnic go to high school. Which mother in a Jamaica I go say, boy, I can't afford you, no, I make you go to high school. Them going to find the money. Them going to find the money. And the Prime Minister tell international, say, right now, yeah, we know say it need resources, but you know, we don't have the money for work with it because the funds, if you get them funds, it's going to prove difficult. Of course, the funds are going to prove difficult. We're living in a tight physical environment. Yeah, and when we say tight, it's tight. Tighter than a baby bottom. Tight physical environment we live in. And what up now? The main thing in Jamaica that is frustrating Jamaican people is crime and violence. Every Jamaican in Jamaica, unless you don't live in a Jamaica, Rasta, and even people at Jamaica, I mean, I know you people say, I come back down in a motor, I say, all right, here where do your granny have land down in Jamaica, sign over the land to me, that we can go plant some food for it. Even in New York, people have said the main problem in Jamaica is crime and violence. Crime and violence is the main problem. And you, the Prime Minister, I say, you can allot no more finance. Where you going to draw them? What you going to draw the money from? That is more important than saving Jamaican lives. What is it that is happening in Jamaica at this moment in time that is more important than stopping the murder rate in Jamaica? Can somebody please tell me what is more important? And if it needs to take money out of some little madness on the have.
Renovate the stadium.
Eh?
Renovate the stadium more important.
And that them say so? Oh yeah, renovate the stadium and build new stadium over there so. Yeah, them are going to build new stadium, you know. Maybe not them still, but them have 55 anniversary come up. Right? Them have all sort of plan. Them are going to build this and that and that and that. Look here. Mr. Olney. Me not be politically astute like you because you have the experience of things, but trust me, common sense. If it need more resources to get information, because at this moment you cannot involve local people to go tell pan the criminal. Because if you go talk to the police about the criminal, the same police gonna come back and tell the criminal and shoot the people them who talk and tell them turn informer. And furthermore, when they don't tell you, say, see I'm blind, ear and deaf. How would it say that? All people used to say that, you know. Look here, see I'm blind, ear and deaf. Now they must say, if you say anything, talk. If you say anything, talk. And now that is the thing now, you know. I can't agree with Mr. Holness. I can't agree with Mr. Myers. I can't agree with where I'm name now, with the fire brigade stage when I have no water. And I can't with Bobby Montague. I can't agree with him that a criminal a killer of criminal. I know say criminal a killer of criminal, you know. But the amount of mothers we are bad right now. When a man take a gun and hold for a little 2-year-old baby and shot him point blank. When a baby there do, for you just take up that cold-bloodedness and just kill a little baby there. When you go in our house and you ask, so, we're young there. And them say young not there. You shoot and kill the whole family. And you tell me, say, you can't even think like your mind say, you need some additional resources for help stem this. Because no idiot not about the place where say boy crime got end in Jamaica, you know. But it reach a levels now where Jamaican people I say, boy, this is ridiculous. It has stopped people from Jamaicans who live in England, they know that train, I don't have to repeat that. Them know say you have a whole heap of Jamaican who want to come home, but them afraid. And by the way, Mr. Holness, you say nobody keep them door open since you come to power. I don't see nobody will keep them door open. Just me, no matter if people and Neil put a pull more burglar bar upon them idiots now. Him did say, anytime PNP in a power, the crime rate go up. And when him come in a power, everybody can let them door open. Trust me, man. Trust me. When last him say a door open, and let the people them poor and have no door upon them house. And that is a problem too. And no matter of fact, the man them a kick down door now. I don't understand this thing. What politician come from a different. Me don't know that different thing. I mean, me love them, you know. Me love the people them before them turn. I see them one away, and you have reason with them. But see when them talk about them work, you know that things get crazy. It's like a schizophrenic thing, you know. Cause they see Mr. Holness where he stand up there, you know. When them go home to him wife, and they see Mr. Holness, you know. No, that different Holness, and they see Mr. Sleepy. When them go home, you know, him eye open wide, you know. They tell you, him eye open wide. What? Yes, you're alright. It was Minister of Agriculture. I remember one time he called the program when me that say, oh, come Jamaica now plant rice. We need to go back to the rice farming. Him call me now and tell me all this big thing where them have. Plant back rice, you know. How long ago that? That's at the time before, when them was in power before. Right? Him call the program. And me I say, but wait. So all this rice argument where me I hear about now, it's like got them on the back burner. Because Westmoreland come from, you know, Westmoreland. And them used to plant rice all over Jamaica. Now, Jamaican people have to take foreign rice and bring in a country when we did have a rice industry. We did have a rice industry in a Jamaica. When we used to live at bush, we never used to eat rice that come from foreign. We drive go to Westmoreland, go get rice. We drive go to St. Elizabeth, go get rice. No, you can't drive go to none of them places. The other day, I asked a brother, he might plant some little bit of rice, and plant the red rice. And I asked him how much a pound feet, and the price of the man tell me for the rice. I said, boy, I better take it and go buy a shoes to rot it. Believe you me. So me don't know where we are going. Me don't know where we are going. Me don't know where we are going and rat it. Believe you me. Only says crime testing is leadership, but he's not taking the easy way out. If you're not taking the easy way out, find the resources to alleviate the trauma that Jamaican people is facing now, brethren. Jamaican people is traumatized. Traumatized. I am very scared to stand up at a corner now with some brethren. Because I don't know which one of them going to involve in something. And them fire shot in the crowd, and it's like you drive, it's like a pillion rider. The pillion rider is always the one who dead. I don't know, he made the mistake. I don't know. This man we say him name Raymond Kelly. The man is I mean, really. And this is a conference. So they must keep. I must say this man, they must keep the conference. They must keep the conference, must say this man in. I mean, I say, but wait. Click it. Yeah, this is the stepping razor. The art of war. You know, we hear some serious things are going on foreign there. One of them is really the fire. The fire in England. And really, it's distressing because one, I know which part of the fire take place. And two, the extent of the fire. I mean, when you look at the place where burning in Rasta, I like about 20-story building, and I am told, last time we talked about it, and I am told it's about maybe almost 1,000 people live up there. You know, see, about 100 odd family with children and all. And tell them, say, it's 12 dead already. And it might go up more. So, we don't know. They might try to figure out how the fire take off, so, but it's plastic do it, you know. Where them use and renovate the house. Because nowadays, is that them a do. Them a use some little synthetic things where no work with building. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing that go on. So them are going to do big investigation, you know. Them are going to do big investigation about this fire that take place in England. We want to play this tune and play this. 17 dead now. So the seat go up now from 12 to 17. Theresa May and Thursday announced a full public inquiry into the Grenville Tower disaster. The Grenville Tower disaster. As grief turned to anger a day after the blaze that left at least 17 going up. Put a ball out, you know, one of the most prolific and most profound poetry in a song. Me hear for a long while. Me put Protege song with it. Blood Money. But me I tell you, the youth get it. I mean, him get it, man. Him get it. Gunman. And a gunman really to the dance and I say, yes, dear man. Do you fire 2 shots in the air, me I tell you. Like how they give them in England used to dance to Chichi Man and all them song there, you know. Them hear boom bye bye, them say, yes, go on, Bojo. I tell you, contradiction in life. Alright, so we'll tell you about this England thing. So we are going
It's 1 o'clock, or a bit past 1 o'clock. We were awoken by the fire, specifically sounds of people shouting, help, help, fire, fire. And we looked out the window. I'm visiting relatives in the Ladbroke Grove area, and we could see clearly the tower block, Grenfell Tower, fully aflame on one side of the building, and all the way on one side of it. And we watched as that fire moved across the building, and we heard sirens, of course, as the emergency services flew past us to get there. We've seen some evidence of life, people blinking lights and things like that within the building. And as your correspondent said, there is a hydraulic platform that has gone up towards what could be an area of the building where there are people actively inside. We saw a person just about 45 minutes ago on the 11th floor standing at the window with his hand or her hand up to her ear, perhaps on the phone. I've also spoken with a few people on the ground who have come out of the building on their own accord. That was a while ago. From what we understand, we're hearing that the stairs are no longer safe for people to come out of the building using the stairs. Up the side of the building, but they're really, I believe the top half of the building cannot really be put out at this point. They're just focusing on the lower floors. The fire engines that are responding can only really send water up about 6 or 7 floors, it looks like. But that hydraulic platform is up, it looks now, towards the 11th floor, perhaps the 12th. Some flats are still actively burning, especially on the side of the building that burned near the latter part of the fire. And we saw lots of debris coming off of the building. People are saying that it's the facade that was recently updated and not necessarily part of the structure. Some residents here in the area saying the structure should be fine because it's concrete, but obviously that's just a supposition. We don't know about the integrity of the building, but most of what we've seen is cladding and other facade elements coming away. We've heard popping TVs, appliances, and we've seen some debris flung outside of windows. And so far, the smoke continues to go from all sides of the building straight up into a large column of smoke.
Yeah, that was a news report here from London about this fire that engulfs this 20-story building with people in it. I mean, tell you, I look on the TV and see people that jump out with fire upon them back. It reminds me of the 9/11 thing, you know. Believe you me, you know. So, a disaster a couple weeks ago with a terrorist attack. And here comes now a disaster. Them say 17 people so far. So far. But the fire they look like more because people live on every part of the building and the whole building are burned from the bottom floor to the top floor. Meanwhile, back in Jamaica, redemption ground and no water is there to out the fire. Terrible thing. Terrible thing. Aye, sir. When my mother said, Papa God, help me to persevere. Help me to persevere, Papa God. You know, say, boy, I tell you, click it. I tell you, the thing get away, man. Trust me. But a long time, people are bad still. But come like, every generation blame the generation before them. And everybody feels theme time when they are living was the best of times. Like here, old people say, the good old days. Maybe 30 years from now, all young are going to say, in a few days was a good old days. It is better than the days where he might live in a 50 years, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. But can you imagine things that get worse? No, sir. Believe you me. No, sir. It not going to work out that way there, no. Something got to give, man. It have to fix. It have to fix, man. You hear fire go on and no water, no they feel no fire. And man, I sing them tune from in the 70s. There's no water to out the fire. Redemption Market and the people. Hey, someone tell me, say the police, them stand up there, you know. And I look on the man, them and run over the thing, them and I say, watch all I want, you know, watch all I want. I tell you, say, the thing get away, you know. Police, you know. Police, man, I move with people, things, you know, and I tell up there and say, watch all him now, watch him, watch him, watch him. And the two postmen, them watch people, about take on the people, them things, you know, and I run it up. And you know, say, no ramp, no liquor when it come out, them things, you know, from little fire. You ever see when a truck turn over with all certain food? Oh, gosh, man, me I tell you, man. Me see a truck up a Mount Rasta one time, you know. And trust me, the trailer, no rice, no left. Neither upon the ground or upon the trailer when all leg come left for the rice, you know. You see man who run down the road with a bag of rice man them head, you know. Me I tell you, man. So, but when you have police around the place, and police are watch thief, and I say, watch all him now. See them now, gone, woof. No people get things, no water to out the fire, no plans for criminal activities. Divine intervention has still not come. Now the same man a ball out say, when a film friend them dead, we come from up a cherry garden. Mr. Bunting talk about that, you know. Mr. Bunting say, he must show you say, how the thing get away, you know. That is really what I'm saying, boy, the thing get away, you know, because all up a cherry garden when I'm a virgin him get killed, you know. I'm ready for up a phone, take up your phone and call to tell me if it's up at Cherry Garden, him friend get murdered or is somewhere else. But him says one of them friend them get him neighbor get murdered and the person live up at Cherry Garden. Did you really believe that Cherry Garden was immune to all of what is going on amongst poor people? You really believe that, Mr. Bunting? That you have to come out now, come declare so one of your neighbors them get murdered in a cherry garden. I mention all cherry garden too. Them have a story in the Bible, you know, about destroyer, a pass through Israel, pass through Egypt. And them say all the firstborn baby are go dead, you know. So you have to mark something on your door. If you mark a door on your door now, the destroyer will pass and kill the Egyptian, them and door kill you. Was. But trust me, the haves will want to be in the shoes of the have-nots. Fire burning, who sing that tune there? A Baba and they sing that tune there, you know. We're going to play that tune there for the people there because, trust me, them tune they done from in the 70s. So the thing not get, it's like, instead of the thing switch and get less, it get more. And one would have expected that all those songs will become obsolete now. But the song them now come like them just make all Bob Marley song them now. You listen to a Bob Marley song, it sound like a today. A 30 odd years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, me that shout you. Me dey on the radio with Muta, me go talk to him.
Who you talk to? Who you talk to and me you supposed to talk to?
Yeah, somebody room. Magwan.
Boy, how St. Thomas, man?
Yeah, me get you talk about this crime. You know, see me text your Muta.
What you text me say?
Me, you know, see fire phone.
Watch your man, me dey on the radio, no, me not have time to look on my phone.
No, for yesterday.
Yesterday, what you text me say?
Me I tell you about the crime. The only thing can solve the crime is jobs. Because there was a lot of factory in St. Thomas, and when the PNP government come in power, all of them closed down.
Gone down. Yeah. So
because you have the purse factory where me used to work for many years.
Oh yeah?
You have the garment, you have the stocking, you have a lot of them. You have the Goodyear, right? And all of them closed down on the PNP government. There's nothing that Andrew can do to crime. If we don't have employment, we have to have employment for the youth, because hungry is very, very hot Muta.
You feel the youth them are kill?
No, for them are hungry, cause money, for them want money, for them do that. You understand?
So what to the next session is them where they are
the same thing, them have to no job.
They no job that man.
Well, me I tell you one story now.
They don't see the government. It's just the government to try the mayor try the councillor, figure out if him for use them as part of the legitimate thing. You know see that?
No, me see that.
Are you a party that? Are you a party?
Me just overlook that Muta.
Why you overlook? If it was PNP I'd do it, you that say something, you know. Why you overlook it?
Me overlook them thing them. Me overlook them thing.
But why you overlook it because of your party?
Not because it's my party.
Yeah man, I try your party, why you overlook it?
No. Because I don't hate PNP and I don't hate Portia. I love Portia because she's a woman and she's a strong woman.
You know, so she'll resign there next
Yeah, because she know she reach her age, so she has to resign. One thing you know, Muta, one time me and my MP did out them call the place out of Albion first and last bar. When we were there, we see what my MP come out and I stop a man. When me look, it was Roger Clark. Me not tell us any ears, so you know, when me see me ear with my ears.
Yeah.
And when him talk to my MP, you hear when he said to my MP, I just coming from Eastern St. Thomas, and guess what the PNP them have done? They get bulldozer all with bananas. That is right. Because your party is not in power, your bulldozer the banana for the next party, they don't get nothing to do. They used to sell up Golden Grove in a motor. We used to call up the Rico Miami and from PNP coming up power, everything mash up at St. Thomas.
Wow.
I can tell you that. I mean, not years, so me I tell you when me know, because me soon 60 next year, me are 60 years
old. So like how your party in a power, everything I go work nice now.
Me never tell you everything I go work, because who PNP match it up, he must build the place. Time when Labour come in a power, fix it, them and mash it up.
Then your Bridget did say, if when them in a power, you can't leave your door open.
Yeah, he said that.
But you pass that. You know about that.
I would say that too. Because in his trying, he's a trying man.
Hold on. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Him say, when PNP in a power, the crime rate go up. When him come in a power, you can't sleep with your door open. So why you say my try? Then him no in a power. Him in a power, you know.
Yeah, in a power, but in India just a year and couple months.
Oh, so to him there, but the crime rate increased now since him there.
It increased because there's no job.
No, we are not all about the job.
Half year to 20 year PNP in a power, and everything locked down.
Here one now, sister.
Yeah.
Me your friend, you know.
Me your friend.
No, me never say I tell the truth. Me say me your friend. Me say never in the history of Jamaica. So much people ever get murdered in such place.
Yes.
No, hold on, nobody talk about the PNP, you know. A GLP government in a power, you know.
Yes,
hold on, man. Me never said them can stop the crime in a 1 year, you know.
Right.
But you must see some semblance of change in the crime rate. You must see after 1.5 years, you must see the semblance have changed. You know agree with that?
What's the government has to go do now, you know? Is make investor come in the country.
But you know,
invest that the young people them can
hold on
focus on job.
But the investor them now go come if the crime rate so high.
No, but when the investor them were here in
hold on there.
Pack up and leave.
Alright, hear me I say now. You didn't hear the thing we about the police, the commissioner, the former commissioner of police in New York? You didn't hear it? No. This morning, them have a multilateral summit in Kingston, right?
Yeah.
And the New York Police Department commissioner, the former New York police, say a radical shift in resources. You know what the resources is? Money.
Yeah.
To effectively address crime problem in Jamaica. Him say that the information was garnered from a crime plan adopted by his department in New York. He explained that crime fighting should be intelligence driven and the necessary resources are needed to gather information.
Yeah.
All right, after I'm done, say that now, hear what the Prime Minister say now. If more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. What you think about it?
But when me say, if you have more job in our country, that's the young people.
Hold on, man. Answer to what me I read, man. The Prime Minister answer to the man when the man say more resources is that I'm not no money if you allocate to more crime fighting. Him not have no more money because we're in a tight physical environment. So the funds.
But we don't know Jamaica broke because PMP left it broke. You understand?
May you talk about how you love me? Because when you tell me now say PNP.
Then you not tell the truth?
No.
You not tell a lie, man a lie.
Yeah, what may I say? So that means say him can't do not know. That means say this man you know, Mr. Prime Minister and this government can't do nothing to help the people them because PNP let the people them down for them face. So this government can't do nothing to help them.
No, but one day they listen to the kitty, so they can't do nothing.
So alright, so the government cannot make no sense then.
It makes sense, kind of try.
Try to what about you? No, PNP mash up the place. Watch out. PNP mash up the place. My friend, PNP mash up the place. Them can't. So your government can't do nothing.
Because they must come in 1 year ahead.
1 year ahead. Watch out.
They are trying.
Alright, check me 2 years time and see if you're not going to say the same thing.
I mean, not going to say the same thing.
Yes,
and my Prime Minister must listen and the Prime Minister try.
Alright.
He's a young man and he's trying.
So the other day, the other one them old, now the one are young. You know me I say
when he's young, kind of politics and him at 25.
Him say tight physical environment allocating additional funds can prove difficult. Him talking about fighting crime. In other words, he must say, look here, we really like fight the crime, you know, but what you know, we don't have enough money for allocate.
Then not talk the truth, Muta. The truth him talking have enough money.
Alright. Me never say no, but here the man say resources. But you know the story the man that said to him. The man tell him what to do, you know. And him said, alright, no, that means crime now go stop.
The crime can stop to get the investors in the country.
But you're not going to get in. But you're not. Oh, you're going to get that. Oh, you're going to get that. Oh, you're going to get that on the crime rate.
Then I pay the right amount of money.
Oh, you're going to get investors if the crime rate so high. Oh, you're going to get investors when the crime rate so high.
Well, you need a whole camera like England. I will see. If you have a whole camera in Jamaica, you can help.
That's why you need additional. What you need additional what? Resources. That's what the man say. You can get cameras, but all you need now is to find the resources. You are say the government broke, so them not have the money to go spend on no camera and all them something there.
Yeah, but at least
but you have to move. Try not doing nothing. Try do what? What him trying to do? What him trying to do? Trying to make you feel good.
Not make me feel
all right, me gone. Me your friend.
Me your friend.
Me love you much. Yes. All right. So 2 years time, I could see what you are going to say.
Well, must I hear me on the radio. So try to him do what him to do.
You hear me I said 2 years time. I hope that this program is on.
So long, year time.
1 year time. All right, next year them time you go call me, right?
Because them time I got big. Because me road I fix it, I do it, not done it. But no, I invite you up here to come look when it comes.
Oh, you mean? Now you forgot to you fault me a share umbrella the other day.
Yeah, me remember. So we have to share umbrella, man. Yeah.
All right, me gone.
All right.
Yes, I tell you, man. And look how me get light on television round that woman in the place. I should even talk. Me should have talk politician. And me make you get your light on your television round there, you know. So you should have said thanks, Muta, when you go to your bed. All right. Sir, I tell you, though. You have one next one of a car, you know. You see, one next one of a car, you know. When they matter, jail, you are deaf, you know. When they matter, hey, this politics thing are not easy, you know, Rasta. This politics thing are not easy at all. The tool is a Greek mythology, like the Cyclops, 2 heads and 1 body, and you cut off one of the head. The body is still there, you know, a function. It's a 2-headed dragon we are dealing with, you know, where you cut off one of the head them, but guess what? The other head there. It's really the body you have to get rid of, not the. It's not the part, you know, the system, you know. It's a system, and the two of them are work and a function under the same British colonial system with certain little movement go on. But the movement we are going, where them adapt, is mostly corruption. Jamaican corruption gone again. In the most 120 corrupted countries, them in Jamaica gone up a little more, you know, stretch gone up more. So the corruption now decrease, you know. And this happened over the past year and a right, you know, how long them there? A year? April, no, February, March, April, May, June. See there? Them said the corruption increase. I know me say that the international people, them who deal with corruption and all them something, so corruption increase in the past how much months? So me don't know. Me don't know where I go on. Well, I tell you. Maybe we need some Chinese police. Cause them can't dodge bullet, you know, them shot. Man a fire over them head. That terrible thing. Yes, here.
Hello.
Yes, blessed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Baruka.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Alright. I'm in college.
College, okay.
Yeah, man. It used to be my night programs while studying at the Michael.
Good.
Yeah. Very interesting program. However, I call on a matter where it's related to education. I'm an educator.
Yeah, all right.
All right. My daughter's school, it's in Old Harbour. And we're at, I think it was the last PTA for the school year. And Marlemont Primary, I can identify it on here because the principal has asked us to help in getting the word out for not even the principal, like the PTA body, as he's a part of the whole scheme of things. So getting the word out that they need additional for the students.
The school need additional room.
Yes. They are woefully lacking in rooms.
Yeah.
My daughter is in grade 1 and the other day she cried. She said, "Mommy, them wicked come have to wake up from probably 6 o'clock and to get her off to school for 7. And I live like 5 minutes or so, or 10 minutes away from the school.
Yeah.
And it is very disheartening to see the little babies, because we know that the shift system, it no work.
Yeah.
Trust me. I teach, and it does the contact session that you are supposed to have with the students. It cuts into everything. Extracurricular activities, you name it. It cuts into everything. But to see the babies on the shift system, it's disheartening. What happened? The lady before, trust me, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 1986. So I grew up. And I was very political. I watched the scheme of things. Trust me, none is better than the other. And I can say that as a young Jamaican, we just reached 30 a little bit. Say No, I have seen the process. I have read. I have looked at it. I studied history in school, and I like the whole political thing. I'm a social studies teacher also, so it lends me to that.
Yeah.
It cuts across the board, because what happened? The principal told us point blank, when Mr. Thwaites was there, he said to them, all right, we're going to do a fundraiser. We're going to raise some funds. They raised some amount of funds. He didn't say how much, but he went to them and he said, listen, we have this amount. We're going to start. I want to help us. Mr. Thwaites said, good, because we like people where can come and can bring something to the table and yabba, 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 yabba. The government. Why them like throw the baby with the bathwater in this Jamaican system that we have?
Everybody have to change everything when them.
I cannot understand. It is stupid. It is backward. It is. My heart heavy. Me I talk to you.
Yeah, me hear it. The whole of it traumatized, Mama. The whole of it.
No, because you can't throw the baby with the bathwater. You have a school that comes with some funds and say, here what? This is what we have. Help us to get our school. And to tell you the truth, this school is one of the better performing schools. Not to say other schools don't deserve what they may get or what they should get. But it's, even though they have the space challenge, it's one of the better performing schools in St. Catherine. It's one of the better performing schools. I attended that school. It's one of the schools that gave us one of the person who got 2 government scholarships in 1998. Their GSAT score is up there, and I'm this side, the fact that they are limited. What I am trying to get across though is that help us. The Prime Minister is saying pulling resources not so well whatever, but trust me. You see education, them say no. When you cannot pay, or you saying go, if you can't pay for educate a man, go see what he do when he's ignorant. It is like a two-headed sword, you know. Because even when the lady talk about camera, I drive, and I have been in Half-a-Tree. Soon go back to my daughter's school. But to tell you how this thing is complex, and on the stoplight in Half-a-Tree there are several cameras. I personally see them. And right at the corner where Jamaica National is right there, Half-a-Tree, and middle Half-a-Tree, you have the taxi men parked there, loading, and I'm saying, somebody not see
a joke business, man. A joke business.
Because you can them to camera the so, and at these little crimes that lead up, and people want to understand them because something here.
Yeah, man. Lead to the big one, man.
Yes. Because then camera the so, and the taxi man then literally you cannot turn to go on parish place to go around to go back up on Hope Road up there, so, you know. Because the taxi man then block out the whole of this, so, you know.
They know just hear me I tell you say, oh, the redemption going to burn down and people are thieving and the police them turn up and say, watch one.
Because most of the times I listen to you via YouTube because, you know, to catch up back, I listen to you via YouTube. And I was listening to it, and hear me now, man. I bet Muta say, you know, the last week amount of rain where we have, we ain't supposed to shut and water.
I'm never there, you know, you know, so I'm never there.
Yes, I can realize Tony Rebel was hosting the program the past.
So will if a rainfall and redemption going burn down and we don't know water.
It is silly. It is a silly. Them saying the fool in the abundance of water.
The fool thirsty.
And it goes to show that we
something wrong, man.
Think that we are moving ahead and we are this and we are progressive and we are whatever. But we take 2 steps forward and about 20 million steps backward because I cannot see it.
All right, Mama. Well, I hope something go right up there. But you have to go and lobby feet, though. You can't just call the radio station.
No, the media, because we have been lobbying. We have written, the president of the PTA has written to the current education minister, noted. It is noted. And the children cannot. They have had children in a classroom space now for almost 3 years. The children are getting bigger and the room is not growing. It is very disheartening, and I would really trust me. I would fundraise again because trust me, the school knows to make money. You think the school knows to make money? Then make them look a fundraiser and then
make their money.
Equal to money.
All right, Mama, we have to move now. We have to move.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, man, all right. And you know, as we remember that about the money business, say the tourism minister said 30% of the tourism money not stay at Jamaica. When you hear that, 30% of the Jamaican money, tourism money, don't stay in Jamaica. So you have 70%, but we never mention where the other 70% do. You understand? I have to learn how to make 100 million disappear, After that protege say, I have to try to figure out how to make but I have to go get $100 million first. And the only way I can get that is me get corrupted. So I could have to go join one of the party them. Shamara, want me to join one of the party them. Because we need some money, Yeah, man, corruption. I remember shall go and Spanish. Or flanker. Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Get some money from them and legitimize yourself. Just tell turning farmer. You understand? Go to the government and say, watch out. We're going to do this, but you have to remember, say, me I use one, Understand? 10%. That's all I want to tell 10%. You understand? And we are all right, not true. 10% of 100 million, and 10 million, Each Amara. If I ever get $10 million, I know I stand up on them light posts and jump off, man. Because we don't be careful when we have that. Anyway, this is the stepping razor. Anything government really want, do them find the money for do it, So all we hear them talk about resources, thin and them things, anything with governments, I'm going to put on S on it, want to do, they will. A politician is just playing politics. When them tell you, say, boy, them not have the money to do this and them not have the money to do that, anything where them want to do, they will find the money and do it. So if a prime minister get up in our country and say them not have no resources for put over this, and him realize that crime is the most serious thing now amongst the Jamaican people, then something is intrinsically wrong. Because we know so them find money to do less than that. Less than that. The resources must be found. Must be found. Or you can't scam the British government and tell them, say, you're going to build the prison and take the money and do something else and go to deal with the crime thing. And then tell them, say, but it's crime said where. See it. You can't have prison if you don't have the prisoner them in there. And the criminal them is not being caught. Them need to catch the murderer them so that they can put them in a prison. And right now, when the Prime Minister said that, it's a joke business. Joke business. We want to heal up a bridge, we want to heal up 2 ones over meeting in New York this week, And we have to talk about him because we buy 2 phones from him. Him general me with one, but him give me something for the generalship. Because him conscience is a bad him. I can't say him conscience is a bad him. Because I buy 2 phones from him. And when I go back and I complain, say, my brethren say, I could have get that phone now where you take me for half the price. And then a drugs man until I got to go buy another shop. And them say, all right, motor. And them go around the corner and take out some nice things. Give me, and my brethren said that. All right. So you know, why love JR Queens, JR Wireless Group in Queens, who want big up. Anybody who listen to Mutabaruka right now, no say. Yes. And him tell me, say, if you tell any Jamaican where I come and Queens or New York, if them want roaming on them phone, him can't give them a chip from here, so. And as them reach there, just work out. Trust me, him do it for me. So, JR and the little Indian youth in the shop will say, my Jamaican, we want big up, And all the man up on the corner, we are listening to Stepping Razor and continue, especially the shop we don't at the bottom there. Go up on the shop, go tell him, say, Mutabaruka, big him up on the radio. And trust me, you say, this I know what me just say. When me come up there, I look at that phone. Yes. Because you could hear all the management direct call me and say, oh, me advertise people things. You understand? So me I tell you this. If me lose cause it, for me I advertise your thing. But true, you was nice to me, me have to say that. We want to heal up also the UNIA in New York. UNIA, we see them doing a wonderful thing. And what is a wonderful thing? We see that them start a warehouse. A group of them come together as UNIA members, start a warehouse. As a matter of fact, when them come down here, we're going to put them on the radio. Them have a warehouse where them is bringing in Jamaican products, Jamaican food, well packaged and nice and thing. We're not talking about food from the big company them. We're talking about the little man around there who never want to get into the market in a New York and surrounding areas, but them never have the resources for really just spread them things wide. So all the ones them who produce certain things in a Jamaican have a place where them can set them things as long as the thing is legitimate, well packaged, nice and all them something there. I'm going to give you the number. If you call me, I'm going to give you the name of the person from the UNIA, the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Very progressive move. Very progressive. You go to the warehouse and I tell you, I was very impressed to see that some people from the UNIA actually carry on that tradition of self-reliance and not depending upon the Korean them or the Jew them or surround them, but I do it upon them own. Real Marcus Garvey attitude. And we see where it can get big because there's a lot of Jamaican products that is being made and manufactured here that don't have a market because the people them want to make it is not in the mainstream and don't have the connection with the big companies them who are sending with things. This is a good way of getting New York and other areas. And you have to start now because them just started and them go and go grow. We see the warehouse is like a big warehouse. Big warehouse. Them give me some curry that I did that me I say, but a Jamaican's curry come and say, yes, well packaged and nice. And some other things in them have there. So we want to tell the people them that. And all the people them who are manufacture things, who want to get it in the New York. We are talking about food. We want to heal up Farm Up Jamaica, who was responsible for carry go up there. Farm Up Jamaica, as you know, them did a plant ginger. Them bring down about 300 white people down at Westmoreland that plant ginger, organic ginger. Them still up on the move. And them interested in Jamaican farmer, the Jamaican farmer. The man them all bring farmers up there too. Them bring some farmer up there. So, you know, we know people in Jamaica have them sauce and them have them roots and them have them whatsoever them make, bammy, this and all sort of, you know, very, very unique product that them always I say, but if we could have just get this in the New York area, get it in California, Florida and them things, this is the right time. May I tell you no, me go there and see it and may I recommend it. Because there's no other way that you can get your things in the American market. And this way is a very unique way. Plus, it is helping the Universal Negro Improvement Association. So, I did my job, and that was it. Okay, click it. Last night them sent me the message, but we just tune in upon it. Say a triple murder take place in Lucy last night. Triple murder, you know. Them now kill one man again, you know, double and triple. Yeah, so that is one of the news that will come out today from a news source. Triple murder in Lucy last night. Okay, I don't know how much people know, but Rastafari all over the world celebrate Leonard Howell's birthday, and next week is Leonard Howell's birthday, and we have him son on the line. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Huta.
Okay, so we want to find out if it's me I did go Africa the other day.
Could you repeat the question?
I'm trying to find out if it was you and I was in Africa the other day.
Oh no, that was my brother.
Okay.
Billy.
All right, so you are which one of the sons you are?
Monty, the eldest one.
Oh, Monty this.
Yes, I met you at the university, remember?
I mean, if we remember, of course we remember. We can't forget Monte. Yeah, we remember, man.
Yes.
All right, so
I always listen to your program, especially you had one in England where you were discussing religion. It was a very, very good program. I admire what you said and everything you sent as well.
Give thanks. All right, so you are here to celebrate, for the celebration, or are you just here?
No, I came down especially for the celebration and to meet some minister and the public defender and whosoever I can possibly meet to push this thing forward, you know, because this been going on for years and all type of ups and downs.
All right, hold on. Remind the people them what you're talking about. Because I know what you're talking about, but them don't know. What you say? You got to meet the government to do what?
We would like to declare Pinnacle Heritage Site.
Yeah.
And this came up about 5 years ago, or 6, I can't remember the exact time. A certain set of Rastas object to the declaration. And this is something that I could never understand, because this is what I expect other people to do, not people that call themselves Rastas.
Hold on. What did they object to?
The government at the time, Bruce Golding, declared the site a heritage site. It was put in the paper.
Yes, what I am asking, the Rastas who you say don't want it to be a heritage site, what them want it to be?
You tell me.
No, it's you said
they put in an objection that they don't want the site to be a heritage site.
What it must be, that's what I'm asking you. What the site must be, what they say it should be.
They did not say. Until today, they won't say anything. They just object to it becoming a heritage site. This is the part that I don't understand, because if you object to it, this means that who will be benefiting from this? Who is the beneficiary? Objection.
No, but maybe they have an alternative which you're not saying.
Yes, but again, I think I know what happened, but it's still guessing, so I don't want to say.
Right. So what you saying about the government now?
The government put in another one in January, February, to declare again a heritage site. And this same set of people, they call themselves the Millennium Council, object again. But I should mention to you what happened the first time. Owie was the one in charge of the Millennium Council at the time.
Hold on, the bridging. Hold on there. Come and think you never talk about the celebration. But you may I say to you now, if you say the Millennium Council object to being a heritage site, are you not telling me what they say it should be? Because them can't site and then have nothing to say. We don't want to be called a site.
Anybody can object to, like a marriage then. You getting married and the minister asked the crowd, anybody object to it? Please come forward and once that thing goes in the paper, one of the reasons why it goes in the paper and run for a certain period is because if there is any objection, they will stop the procedure.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to give the reason given is not known.
Yeah, but knowing the people them who you're talking about, there must be something other than just objecting to the site, because a site, they must have been saying something else.
Well, I heard it came out by accident. This was the first time. The reason for the objection, I had a meeting with about half a dozen Millennium Council people. Road, the 12th tribe, and one of them, it came out just by accident. He said, this was his exact word, they want 50 acres. They also want the title for 50 acres. Anything the government declare heritage site, this will come under the protection of the government, and they don't want that. They want piece of land at Pinnacle, and they want the title for it. How they're going to get such a thing, I don't know, because we're talking about millions of dollars for 50 acres of land at Pinnacle. It so happened that it's multi-million-dollar houses that building on the property today. So how they can come up with 50 acres and get the title for it is beyond me. So I didn't even want to repeat it because this wasn't something that was said in terms of came out just by accident. Right. This guy got so excited with the conversation.
Mr. Oil.
Yes, sir.
How much acre Leonard Oil did have up there?
500 acres.
Okay, 500 acre. And they say, the million person say, they are suggesting 50 acre out of 500 acre.
Yes, nothing wrong with that.
But what?
Nothing wrong with that.
But
wanting this. My argument is, why didn't they just, hello? You there?
Yeah, I am here.
Yeah. Why didn't they just leave it alone? Let us get the declaration for the 6 or 7 plots, and then move forward after that with the demand. In other words, take what you can get and continue fighting.
No, but you know, wait. Sometimes you take what you get and that you want. You know, what I say is that you're in lots, which I mean, not wrong with the can't what I say, but. If you take what you get,
you just said something a while ago. They weren't the one that wanted the declaration. They just intervene in that declaration.
Hear what I say. If you take what you get, you might not get what you want. Because that has been proven over the years with the system. That you take what you get and then pacify you, you don't get what you want.
Yeah, but if eventually they declare one plot, and because I accepted that one plot, I was blamed for taking just one plot. At the time there was a court hearing going on, and if we didn't have that one, we couldn't go to Pinnacle because we wouldn't have a footprint there. There was no reason they could stop us at the gate and say you cannot enter.
So it's not 6 plot, it's
six plots add up to I can't remember how many acres it is. But what I am saying, you're saying that I should let this play out.
No, I not say what you should have done. I am saying that sometimes you take where you get and don't get where you want. That's why I say.
No. But my own solely him at Pinnacle is to declare the site a heritage site to preserve my father's legacy forever.
Yeah, okay.
Because you went to Africa the other day with my brother, and you saw the type of reception that you get in Africa. You don't get that type of reception in Africa being a Rasta and Owl. Billy was surprised. Oh, by the way, I heard that your wife and his wife went to school together.
Yeah, the two of them went to school together. But you know, we are straight from the point. I didn't want to offer because we have 3 minutes. What is it that will happen at Pinnacle?
Well, the celebration is basically his birthday. It's that simple. That his birthday.
Yeah,
that's what the celebration is all about.
But what will happen? What will happen up there? That's what they're asking. What's going to
happen up there? We're going to go up there, and we got some threats, but I don't think nobody foolish. I don't think anybody want to go to prison.
Hold on, Mr. Oil. You want to talk about something so that you keep going back to negative thing. May I ask you what will happen up there during the celebration? You starting about you get threat.
We got some threats.
From who?
From the same people that objecting to the site being a declaration. So you're not going up there. Saying that any one of the Howell family come up there, they're going to beat them up or do something to them or any Howell life.
So may I ask you a question? Now. I have a thing in front of me where the same people them we are talking about have a series of things that is going to take place there over a period of 2-3 nights. I have a whole program that them line out. So I don't understand why you say them going to beat oil, because them also talk about the introduction of the ancient oilite drumming and the whole night of chanting and everything. So I don't know why you're saying what you're saying.
This is convoluted. If Michael will explain all that in detail, so you have to get off the program, because you don't have the time for me to get into the details.
I want to hear what you going up there to do for the celebration of your father. That's what I want to find out.
All right. I am going to go up there with some of the Oilites to celebrate the birthday by drumming and eat some food and just a get together.
Yeah. I have an itinerary of what the other people who you say you cuss about.
Most of the Nyabingi, they are good people. I know them from I was a kid in Spanish Town. The people that I respect. But there is certain element.
Yeah, we understand.
Putting off the mouth and talking foolishness.
Like in the police force, yeah. All right.
Yes. But most of the Nyabingi people, they're good people. People have a respect. I have communication with quite a few. They used to remind me of the days when I used to ride motorcycle in Spanish Town, living at Philip.
I am sorry that we spoke for almost 20 minutes and we don't get to talk about your father. Believe me. I'm sorry. Anyway, we have to move.
Some other time we can, when you have time, we can get into all the details.
But we didn't have time.
To the university this evening.
Mr. Owell, we didn't have time, We didn't have time. We spend taking the time now cussing other people. That's what is what. Anyway, we have to move. Give tongue. Yes. I tell you, that was Mon, son of Leonard Owell, venting his frustration with the Millennium Council. The thing with it is that I have seen an itinerary of what the Millennium Council going up to Pinnacle to do for the celebration. I'm still to hear what, going to beat drum and, drink and, this and this and that. That is one thing. But I don't know. I want to stay far from these little political intrigue. Yes, it come like political intrigue. I stay far from it. That's why I talk about the fire in a when them call redemption going on in England. And my little friend called me from Portland. I talk cause PNP. I mean they are cause both PNP. Okay. A music news time? Reach us yet. All right. Let me put this in front of me. Again. This is an improved announcement from the National Water Commission. The National Water Commission is advising that as a result of a major pipeline break along the Mandela Highway, the following areas are presently without their regular water supply. Washington Boulevard and all roads leading off. Constant Spring Road and all roads leading off. Red Hills Road and all roads leading off. Patrick City, Mullines Road, Dunrobin Avenue, Arthur Tree Road, Duane Park and Seawright Gardens, Cockburn Pen. It is estimated that regular water supplies will be restored on or before Sunday. Rotted. Wow. The National Water Commission sincerely apologized to its valued customers for the inconvenience caused. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission. People of those areas, go to your relatives' house, because you're going to stay there Thursday, Friday, Saturday until Sunday, and you don't have no water for drink, and you don't have no beard. And out of Riverton City area, the water go lock off from somebody. Is why it's a pipe break along. When that meaning, it means that them use one of the thing where them a dig the ground with, and it go down too far and bust the pipe. So Washington Boulevard, Constant Spring Road, Red Hills, Patrick City, trust me, in the abundance of water, the fool get thirsty. Click it. Is the stepping razor? Yes, here.
Yes, Mr. Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, you know, I listen to your program, I have to give a call. Basically, we attack a factual thing, you know. Anytime government want to find money, them can't find money.
Anyway, them want to get it, them get it.
Yep, because they might even the 800 million when them find for Bush, you know, them find it.
Richard, if find money to do it.
Yeah, I tell you. And look here, this 55, you can't give me the significant feat, the 55 you're right about.
Is it 55 years since them independence, them say?
Eh?
It's 55 years since them independence.
Yeah, but I say the significant. We celebrate 25 years, 50, 55.
100 and 75. And,
yeah, and things. So it can whatever 5 years. And the money the way I go find, based on what me and what me. You know, can I use that and pump in the crisis situation?
Yeah, that's the money that job. But you what you know? Here why you know? Call the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Development and ask them, please.
Boy, don't
bust my brains and hungry. Don't bust my brains enough to find out.
I don't bust your brain enough, but based on way out to some channel where them can get money.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know where about them a plan to renovate stadium and build new one and all them something.
As you say, I don't know them not put human being first, you know. Yeah, next thing I want to touch it is in terms of the traffic thing on the road or the driver might be up on the road.
Terrible.
I know the police attacks when the superintendent said that them are tear off tint and them are get ticket and them are give statistics. But when me that man have to, me not think them use them road. Me have to use the Walton Park Road and the Spanish Town Road. And the way some driver drive on them bust the tint up and them music a pump. So me I wonder which part him there take off the tint and take out the road of them.
Ask me that too. Alright, you want me to call the commissioner of police.
You know about that, I'm going to leave you, because boy, I'm going to think, say, boy, probably you can better find out for me, you're a man everywhere, you're more in depth, you know, so we can't get no answer, because I call and I still can't get no answer.
Yeah.
You know, see it, and I mean, man, I give some pretty statistics like everything is good, and I mean, you know, it's not good, because I have to live it.
So, them say a criminal a killer of criminal. So in other words, don't worry yourself, man. You not gonna get shot.
No, man, criminal a killer of criminal. Criminal a killer of criminal of people. A killer of people who well related to the criminals. And a people, a human being them too. You understand?
Yeah,
so you say we just accept say a killer and think it's going to die out, so.
Alright,
so the 55-year-old and the 75-year-old killed down Hanover last night. A criminal them?
No, that's what I say. Criminal a kill people who related to criminal. Because the criminal always get away.
You know that? Yes. I feel as that the criminal, let me know, they running all my house and take my things them. So my argument now, I think that everybody who
you sure you're not connected to something, one other gang or whatever?
No, I'm not connected. I don't live outside of Spanish Town.
So it's collateral damage. It's collateral damage.
Well, collateral damage. You see me, I tell you. So sometimes the man, if it will not affect them, it don't affect them, you know. Because if they have, right now, me have to say something now. You see, don't a man take up here, if the crime will stop, you know, I don't want it to happen, but you'd have to touch the people that are coming when they're tourists.
Yeah.
And if I now reach them, it's good.
Well, here what Bunting say, when a female neighbor up in a cherry garden get murdered.
The neighbor. So,
I want to know if him feel say they was immune to these things.
So them think, because one did say below when you pass halfway, when you pass Ligani, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't reach, if the crime stay below Ligani is alright, you know. But once it's that, but all they forgot, then you this is crime fixed.
Okay. Yeah, because them don't have no resources, so it's alright. We need some martyrs. Okay, sir, give thanks.
Take care, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Alright, I want to play this, you know. We want to play this. As you talk about when say a while ago, we want to play. Okay, wrong button, we push up the song. So make we go feet again.
We were doing batting practice, and there are a number of members and staff fielding. Steve Scalise was on second base, and all of a sudden we heard a very loud shot.
Do we know where he's at? He's behind home plate. You call 911? I assume people have been calling 911 already.
People didn't drop down with the first shot. People thought, well, they weren't sure what it was, but it did sound like a gunshot, and it was pretty loud and pretty close. But then after that, we heard a succession of shots, 5, 10, 15 shots in a row.
And I heard a bunch of what appeared to be shots. Pow, pow.
The gunman was over by the third base dugout with a clear view of the field and everybody on it. And then all of a sudden, a couple more shots, and we knew what it was.
I did a marine low crawl and got behind the first base dugout to seek cover. That was my first step.
We heard shots fired. I went and called 911, and as I was on the phone with 911, I saw one woman running away from the scene at top speed, obviously in a panic.
We received a call of an active shooter. Shots fired at 0709, 9 minutes after 7 this morning.
First, the eyewitness said that he was shooting up in the air a couple times, and then he started shooting kind of 360 around. He thought he was shooting indiscriminately.
2 of our officers engaged in gunfire, return fire.
Seemed to be like return fire. Pop, 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 pop. I bet you there were 30 to 50 shots that I heard.
At that point, we decided to make a run for it, and he was hitting the dirt field, so it was a risk to stay and a risk to go, but we chose to go ahead and make a run for it. We had to climb a couple more fences at that point to get out.
It was at least 10 minutes because we were applying pressure to one of the staffers was shot in the leg. We could see Steve Scalise out into the field. He dragged himself after he was shot from near second base about 10 or 15 yards into the field.
The guy been shot. Is he okay? Is anybody talking to him?
What we finally heard was the Capitol Hill police returning gunfire. And these guys were real heroes, and without them, I think everybody would have been killed.
I did see him being subdued by officers, face down on the pavement, handcuffs, knee in the back.
So finally, when we heard that the shooter was down, I just ran low out to Steve and started putting pressure on the wound.
Something that transpired this week in America, in Virginia, where a group of politicians and them friends was playing baseball, and a gunman, 66-year-old, not youth now, this is a 66-year-old man, who claimed that him don't like Trump, and who say that the Republican Party is like the Taliban of America. And it also revealed that him used to work for Sanders, the man who was running against Hillary Clinton in the Democratic Party. So him shot 5 people. This is a big issue in America because the 5 people is people who is connected to the government of America. And now the Republican Party get an email saying that 1 down, 200 had to go. Serious threat that, you know. Now in America, they don't take them threat lightly, you know. You know, they're going to find the man, the person who sent that email, them say, 1 down, 200 and odd. I don't remember 200 how much people in the house, the Democratic, but 200 how much is 60, I don't remember, but 200 odd people, 200 had to go. So, you know, the Americans are brace to hear something else like that happen. Because them decide, say, no, since them couldn't get you that Trump certain way, them a realize, say, boy, right now, them have to go do it another way. So, this is what America is going to do. Americans love, is a love gun. The gun, them are coming to Jamaica, and it's very difficult to carry anything in America, but it's easy to take out things out of America. And I don't know if the government is scared of Uncle Sam to say, look here, we have some porous borders there that is allowing guns to come into a country indiscriminately. What can you do to alleviate our problem? Because our problem is also your problem. You understand? There's too much guns in Jamaica. And a whole heap of them coming from America. When them say drugs for gun carry go to 80. In turn, we carry, I keep on say we, you know. Them so come lock me up. I say, oh, him say we, him is part of it. Oh, he keeps saying it. But them keep carrying the drugs and herbs to 80 as a transshipment port for these things. Why, may I tell you? Anyway, listen up, Top Draw Dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4. Cash Pot Drive Time Draws is up next. And before we go to it, we're going to go come back after the Cash Pot to read back the statement that we read about what the police, Raymond Kelly, says as it relates to shifting resources. A radical shift in resources. Okay, and we're going to read this again because I find it very interesting. You know, over the years we have been telling, well, when PNP was in charge here, we say, I had a suggestion that they should go to New York and talk to the old Mayor Giuliani, and go to Colombia and talk to the president there to find out if Colombia was one of the murder, we see the crime rate drastically decreased. Or them should go to Burundi in Africa and find out after 20 years of civil war, how did they get it that this place now, Rwanda we are talking about, yeah. How they get Rwanda to be one of the most progressive countries in Africa as it comes on to economical development. And I said also to go to Norway, where they are closing down prisons in Norway. They actually have fenceless prisons in these places. But them don't listen to me. So here I know, the people them come to them in a summit, multilateral summit. And one of the people them is the former commissioner of police. And them give them a recommendation that it needs a radical shift in resources to effectively address crime problems in Jamaica. There need to be a radical shift in resources to effectively address crime problems in Jamaica. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica answer to that is that if more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. That is his answer to this man who we know as New York City was one of the crime-ridden areas in this part of the world. And it needs resources. Everything needs resources. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica declares, if more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. Environment, allocating additional funds can prove difficult. Of course it is difficult. It is difficult, but also crime and the traumatic experiences that most Jamaicans is mentally ill right now because of it. The money must be found to alleviate its trauma. Or is it going to have, you hear the man say, we did that interview, I think a week before last, him said that 10 years time, mental illness will double. And if our next one is 40% of the population have some mental illness but them don't know. And then this man comes say it's going to double in 10 years time. And part of the mental illness is where men are killing women and children, murdering them. Because it's not only gun crime we have to go fix now, you know. It's murder in its entirety. Murder rate too high. Murder rate don't mean say we account how much people dead from gun. We are talking about how much people dead indiscriminately. It's just that a whole heap of the killing them is by the gun. And here the youth just say, and I agree with him, when Sleepy say gunman a kill gunman, or criminal a kill criminal, most of it is not true. It's criminal a kill people who related to criminal. We need to figure this out. So, anyway, the resources there, them can find it. So it's just some argument, the Prime Minister agreed, just some argument that, argument about more money, if more money is allocated to fighting crime in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. Argument that, so what that means, Mr. Prime Minister, it means that crime must go on because other sectors will be affected. So that crime sector, the criminal and justice system is not a sector. It's one of the most, it's very important. The justice system, the courts, and the criminality we are going, to me is the most important thing, you know. But him feels it's not so important like the other things them. The other sectors will be affected. Other sectors will be affected, brethren. Brethren. Believe you me, when you say that, man, you make my heart bleed, Rasta. Tight fiscal environment, allocating national funds can prove difficult. Of course, it is difficult. Nobody says it is not difficult. It's not difficult, but it's something that is we need to attend to now. We need to attend to it now. All this whole investment and all them things they want to expect. If it escalates like what we see Aguana now since the year start, trust me, man. All my little friend don't do him love tell me say next year them time, yeah. Alright, but what say? We would hope that next year them time I wouldn't have to say about this. And I feel good. And I say, boy, look how last year with that talk, look how the crime rate gone down. Isn't it wonderful that the crime rate gone down? Next year them time I will want to say that. Yeah, this is the stepping razor, Hail.
Greetings, Congo.
Long time I don't hear the eye, man.
Looks like we're listening, you know?
All
good
right.
to listen,
Sometimes
you know. Period of listening is very good.
Yeah, time to listen and time to talk.
Yeah, man, listen now. We're not going to get it.
Who's not going to get it?
But we can't avoid it. It is all around us, you know?
Yeah.
Not just Jamaica alone, the whole Caribbean, the crime is escalating, and we are seeing irresponsible utterances and actions from people who should know better, you know?
Yeah.
Because even we're dealing with the Jamaica situation now, you know? The Prime Minister should have never said that. You know, that is very irresponsible. The monies, if it is needed, and you know, it is suggested by that former policeman,
Police commissioner, yes.
They need to pump more money in that system, you know, and we don't understand what is he saying, that other sectors
will be affected,
but the other will be affected in a negative way by the crime situation.
Yes, and that's what I said.
So therefore, let the effects be positive.
Yes.
You know, put the money into that sector, and we want to suggest, you know, that littering, which coming like an addiction.
Yes.
I prefer to call it nastiness.
Of course, it's nastiness.
It's coming like an addiction in Jamaica and other Caribbean islands.
Yes.
Monies can be derived if they implement, you know, certain laws.
Zero tolerance for all people them who are destroyed.
But of course, and charge big monies.
Yes. From a man throws something out of him car, you charge him, arrest him, $5,000, $10,000, yes.
And let that money there be amassed in the sector that need it.
Yes. Yeah,
you know, that is my suggestion, because right now littering in Jamaica like the other Caribbean islands. It's terrible.
Brethren, I tell you, if them want to get the money, them going to get it, you know.
But
governments can find the money.
It is beyond us. The way the honorable Prime Minister respond to the former
most honorable. Yeah, most honorable. Yes, most honorable. Might I lock you up?
It is beyond us, the way he responded, you know?
Yes.
And we didn't expect that. But none of us is perfect, and he can take it back. And do what he ought to do, you know? Let the money,
It not done for do with perfection, man. It not. I didn't see him. I don't tell you so we can't leave the door them open. If he
he said that. Let him retracted, man. Reminisce people whose names should remind him of the things he said before he got into power. Remind him.
Of course. I am doing that.
You know, rightly remind him and make the situation, because 52 murders in a week is not a nice thing.
Brethren,
it's not a nice thing at all.
Can you imagine I landing at the airport and I see a loose gleaner? And when I take up this loose gleaner, I see 52 murders in a 1 week, and the commission them have to call. The new commissioner now have to come. This bunting they are talking about film friend with dead in a church garden too. And I say, but wait, one of them people are going.
The life of everyone, is important.
Yes, and it is threatened.
Everyone.
By the climate that is happening in Jamaica as it relates to crime and violence. Yes.
Yeah, man, they need to make money. If it takes more, what? Man, they should be glad to know so well what. And all this, let me find the money.
But you know, the money solve everything. Money
because I listen to the guys talking for poverty. Other places have poverty and hard life. Because I go to Colombia, you know.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, I see. Me tell you. Colombia full of poverty.
What you mean, man?
I see husband and wife and children live in plastic houses in Colombia.
And they bring down the crime rate, you know.
And they bring down the crime rate.
They bring down the crime rate in Colombia, you know. What are the
of course, right now they have a negotiation with the rebels, them too, kind of. Yeah. You know what I mean? Get to read all that too.
Yeah, one of the most drug-infested countries in Latin America, yeah. And they bring down the crime rate.
But of course, yes. and people in Colombia, it's like a culture. It's like a cultural thing to stiff their work.
Yes.
They just sit down aside and play domino people.
Yeah, like them in Jamaica.
No, something is man. They need to get onto it, you know.
Yes,
if it's monies, they forgive thanks and spend the money.
Yes, them have to do it. Them have to do it. Because them going to call out more and more and more and more. Give thanks, Bridget.
I said, love, thanks for accepting the call.
Yeah, man, Harry. No, Rasta, if more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. The Prime Minister of Jamaica state that if more money is allocated to crime fighting in Jamaica, other sectors will be affected. 30% of the money that is made from tourism, which is the highest income Jamaica have, tourism and what them call it, the Western Union remittances, 30% of that money don't stay in Jamaica. 30%. How much money tourism make a year? If 30, hey, watch out. Me I read yesterday with Scotiabank must make $5 billion profit. 5 billion, hey, what me say? Me never say million, you know. $5 billion profit. And who they make that offer? The people of Jamaica. You understand? Grace Kennedy, people of Jamaica. Them a private sector, them there, you know. Yes. And the government will tell me now, say, me must now accept, say, if they move money to go deal with crime fighting, it is going to affect seriously other sectors. With this fiscal environment, allocating additional funds can prove difficult. Man, a joke, Rasta. Click it. Yes.
Still Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
Hill.
Yeah, man. Now you.
Yes, Mr. Musa.
Talk off.
The people. Yeah, man. The people them lose them way, you know.
Yeah.
Cause if you as a young leader go say you can't eat the money too much to fight somewhere, I'll be a detriment to the people. Something wrong.
Yeah.
But
It never say the money too much to them. I say if you shift it from one place to the next, something else I will go turn in a problem to him.
So I could try this, you know, because that's right now that's the most dangerous thing in Jamaica right now, the crime. You know? So it's two in my estimation. But the main reason why I hear call you is that you saw me miss your Sunday. Anytime you come with anywhere anyway at all. Anyway, I have to meet Mr. Mutabaruka.
Yeah, but how you mean you miss me? Me not understand. How you mean you miss me?
Yeah, I made the bridge when I tell you last night, say, I come on the show and through me, I come back so far. Me left.
Oh, from Minnesota. Minnesota, you say that come from?
Yeah, I come from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
I know, so the other day, I'm there in Boston, and I see some lady, and they say they want to bring her.
You know? Get them ready to bring me them, man, and then you will see me.
Yeah. Yes, but me I tell you, I get a good link from the people in the UNA and thing, and we're Farmer Alliance, you know?
That is good, because I like what them do. I love what them do, man. I love what them do.
Yeah, man, the warehouse thing there, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man, a big thing.
Yeah, I love the thing where you say I'm going to bring, you have them down there for them. And for the Marcus, you have
No, I know me, I go have them, you know. Them are come.
Them are come, yeah. You know me.
Put them on the radio.
But you have them on the show.
Yeah, and Marcus can have a celebration.
Okay. Yeah, man, them sound like some real interested people with some real good ideas.
Progress, man. You go to the warehouse? You go to the warehouse? You did go there?
Yeah, man, them should tell me right there and...
No, I ask if you go there. You may ask if you go there.
Yeah.
You go?
Eh?
You go to the warehouse?
No, I'm not going to the warehouse.
No, man, I tell you, say, if you go to the warehouse, it's very impressive. Very impressive.
Okay, good. You know, cause let me tell you, me just up there for the day, you know. Cause I go up there.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday night and me know me that day the whole day Sunday, you know. So and that you know, but me like the vibe still, you know. Like me say, the people that were there was disciplined people.
At the show, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it bring a joy, but also it have to better. Me in your camp where it says I go better and it have to better.
Then it no must
just have to make the right move them.
It must better in a Rasta. It must better.
But me now keep up the things still, so just big up my mother, Miss Linda, my father, Little John, and my sister, Marjorie, everybody, and Starry, and Fireball. Big up on yourself.
All right,
all of East Kingston.
Yeah, man.